The world is full of distractions, loud voices that demand our attention, endless scrolls of noise that fill our minds and hearts with temporary satisfaction, but lasting emptiness. We often find ourselves searching for clarity, longing for peace, desiring a purpose that feels bigger than the day-to-day grind. And in the middle of that noise, God speaks. But his voice isn't like the others. It's not loud. It doesn't shout for attention. God's voice comes gently, quietly, like a whisper in the wind or a light in the dark. And yet, it carries the weight of eternity. When God speaks, everything changes. In the beginning, God spoke and the universe responded. With a word, light broke through darkness, and the chaos of nothingness became the beauty of creation. That same voice still speaks today. It speaks life into dry bones. It speaks peace into anxious hearts. It speaks hope into broken places. But are we listening? We often ask, God, why can't I hear you? But the real question is, are we making space to listen? Are we too busy filling our lives with noise that we've forgotten the sound of stillness? God doesn't compete with chaos. He waits in the quiet. He waits in the sacred silence where hearts are open and still. There, he speaks. Jesus told us, "My sheep hear my voice." That means the voice of God is not reserved for the spiritual elite. It's not only for pastors or prophets. It's for anyone who belongs to him. You, me, the ordinary, the broken, the redeemed. We are his, and he is not silent. But sometimes we confuse silence with absence. Just because God is quiet doesn't mean he's gone. Just because you don't hear him now doesn't mean he's not working. Think of a seed buried in the soil. It looks like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, life is forming. That's how God moves, quietly, deeply, faithfully. In moments of deep pain, when prayers feel unanswered and heaven feels silent, remember this: God is closer than your breath. He is near to the brokenhearted. He catches every tear. And though his voice may not thunder in those moments, his presence surrounds you. His love holds you. Some people think hearing God's voice is complicated, but it's not about formulas or rituals. It's about relationship. God speaks through his word, the Bible. Every page is his heart poured out. His spirit dwelling within us brings that word to life. Sometimes God speaks through others, a timely word from a friend, a song, a moment that stops you in your tracks. He speaks through creation, the beauty of a sunrise, the rhythm of the ocean, the stillness of a forest. All of it points to him. All of it whispers, "I am here." And yes, sometimes he speaks directly to your heart. A nudge, a conviction, a thought that isn't yours but carries truth, peace, and love. That's his voice. The more time you spend with God, the more familiar his voice becomes. Just like with anyone you love, intimacy breeds recognition. The more you talk with him, the more you'll know when he's speaking. But here's the key. God's voice will never contradict his word. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. If you hear something that brings fear, confusion, or shame, that is not the voice of your Father. His voice brings peace. His voice brings life. His voice draws you closer, not pushes you away. In this generation, we need people who listen, not just to opinions, not just to culture, but to the voice of God. We need hearts tuned to heaven, ears open to eternity, lives surrendered to the whisper of the Spirit. The enemy knows the power of God's voice. That's why he works so hard to drown it out. He fills our schedules, fuels our anxiety, and floods us with distractions. Because he knows that one word from God can break chains, calm storms, and set hearts free. So make room. Turn down the volume of the world and turn up the voice of heaven. Create sacred spaces in your day to just be with Him. You don't need to say much. You just need to be present. God isn't looking for perfect prayers. He's looking for a listening heart. When was the last time you sat with God? Not to ask for something, not to vent your frustration, but just to listen. We don't need more noise. We need more stillness. We don't need more information. We need more revelation. And revelation comes when we listen to the voice of God. Maybe today, you're facing decisions you don't know how to make. Maybe your heart is heavy with confusion, and you just need direction. I want to tell you this. God is not a God of confusion. He is a God of clarity. And when you seek Him, He will be found. His voice may not always give you the answer you expect, but it will always lead you closer to Him. Sometimes He says, go. Sometimes He says, wait. And sometimes He says nothing. Because silence itself is an answer. Trust is built in the quiet. And when you don't know what He's saying, go back to what He's already said. Open the Word. Let His promises be your anchor. He said He will never leave you. He said you are loved. He said He has plans for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. That's the voice of God. That's the truth that stands when everything else falls. The world will always offer you more noise, but noise doesn't heal. Noise doesn't guide. Only the voice of God can do that. So today, slow down, breathe deep, lean in. God is speaking. Are you listening? Because the moment you hear Him, everything changes.